Last weekend, I rode a 300-kilometer brevet with PCH Randonneurs. They're the Los Angeles chapter of Randonneurs USA, which is the American chapter of Audax Club Parisien, which organizes randonneuring rides around the world. Because the governing body is French, the rides are measured in kilometers, normally multiples of 100 kilometers. 300 kilometers is 186 miles. We started at 6 a.m. at Balboa Pier in California, about half an hour before the sun came up. It was about freezing, so let's jump ahead and warm up a bit. Here we are on the Santa Ana River Trail headed inland. That's Mike from Arizona in front of me. You'll notice he's wearing a backpack, and he told me towards the end of the ride that was pretty uncomfortable, so he wouldn't recommend it. Brevets are unsupported rides. You have to follow the course and provide proof of passage at specific locations called controls. The shape of this route meant the first control wasn't needed until mile 65. Here we are at mile 40, passing through Corona, where I'm drafting a tandem. The captain of the tandem says he's done RAM 20 times. And here we are on the upper Santa Ana River Trail. The homeless problem is far less severe than it used to be. It's about 20 miles to the first control. And when we did get to the first control, we were pleasantly surprised to see it was manned and catered. This is a table laid out by someone who knows randonneurs. Then we returned the same way to the coast, so it looked pretty much like this. Now it can be tempting to try and rush through the controls as quickly as you can, but I like to pick one control and try and make it memorable. I stopped at the Lucky Creek at mile 95 and got a plate of Lucky Fries. There's some serious carbs in there. It's a good thing I did too, because 20 miles from the coast we picked up a serious headwind, so I grouped up with a couple of other riders and we pushed through.
Mile 120. Strong headwind.
By the time I reached the coast, I was totally depleted. This is where being an experienced randonneur is so useful. It's tempting to think you're done, you can't complete the ride, but that's not true. As an experienced randonneur, you know you can recover, so I spent the next hour just riding at 10 miles an hour. And by the time I turned inland on the San Gabriel bike path, I was feeling pretty good again. The weird thing is, I had a slight headwind. That makes no sense. The turnaround for this leg is an Arco in Norwalk, where I met up with Mike again, remember, from Arizona? He seemed surprised to see me. We had 30 miles left to ride, and it was completely dark. I love my dynamo lights. By now we have a roaring tailwind, and we're holding 17, 18, even 19 miles an hour. That's crazy with 150 miles in your legs.
So the GoPro doesn't do very well in low light.
Okay.
But this should be good.
What beach is this right here?
This is Huntington Beach.
It is Huntington.
Yeah, and Main Street is up to our left there.
Here's me and Mike at the end of the ride, 14 hours and 23 minutes. I'm the one that looks like death warmed over. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the road.